Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, we're going to be going over the best sensitivity values for controller Fortnite players in Season 4. What I'm going to do in this video is take a look at 10 pro controller Fortnite players, with 5 of them being linear players and 5 of them being exponential players. Then, at the end of looking at all their sensitivity values individually, we're going to add up the values and divide them by the total number of players, and that should give us a nice little average of what sensitivity values are being used by the top linear and expo players. Also, I made sure to use a mix of controller on PC and controller on console players just to get as much variety as possible. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so let's start off with the linear players first, since linear is still definitely the more popular option compared to exponential, and the first player's sensitivity values that we're going to take a look at is scoped. So starting off with building and editing sense, he uses a 2.6x multiplier for both of those values. Then for look sensitivity, he's rocking 43% for both horizontal and look vertical speed, and he also doesn't use any kind of turning boosts here. For the ADS sensitivity section, we have 11% for ADS horizontal and vertical speed with no boost whatsoever. He uses a 0.00 second look dampening time, which I expect to see a lot in this video. And for dead zones, he's using 10% for move stick dead zone and 6% for look stick dead zone. The next linear player we're going to look at is Bizik, who of course is a console player. Starting with building and editing sensitivities, he's using a 2.0x build sensitivity multiplier, and then a 2.2x editing sensitivity multiplier. Then for look horizontal and vertical speed, he's using the same 40% value for both of those with no turning boosts at all. Then in the ADS sensitivity section, he's using 11% for look horizontal speed and 16% for look vertical speed, again with no boost. In the advanced section, he's using a 0.00 second look dampening time, and then for dead zones, 15% for the move stick dead zone and 10% for the look stick dead zone. Linear player number 3 is TK, who's another top console competitive player. He used a 2.0x build sensitivity multiplier and then a 2.1x editing sensitivity multiplier. He then uses 39% for both horizontal and vertical look speed with no boost. For ADS sense, he's rocking 8% for both horizontal and vertical, again with no boost, which is pretty darn low. He uses a 0.00 second look dampening time. And finally, for his dead zones, it's 10% for the move stick dead zone and 7% for the look stick dead zone. Our fourth linear player is going to be Coop. For building and editing sensitivity, he uses a 2.2x multiplier for both. Then for look sensitivity, he uses 43% for both horizontal and vertical with no boost. For ADS sense, he uses 10% for horizontal and vertical, again with no boost, a 0.00 second look dampening time, and then finally 9% for both of his dead zone values. The fifth and final linear player here is going to be Illest. He uses a 2.7x build sense multiplier and a 2.5x edit sense multiplier. Then for look sense, he's using 43% for both horizontal and vertical with no boost, so actually the same as Coop. Then for ADS sense, 9% for both horizontal and vertical with no boost, a 0.00 second look dampening time, and last but not least, 12% for his move stick dead zone and 8% for his look stick dead zone. So for the averages of the 5 linear players that we looked at, here are the numbers. The average building sensitivity multiplier was 2.3x, and the average editing sensitivity multiplier was 2.32x, so pretty much exactly the same. Then for the look sensitivity speeds, every single player of the 5 that we looked at used the same value for both horizontal and vertical, so the average number for both of those was 41.6%, and also no players used turning boosts in this section. For ADS sensitivity, the average value for ADS horizontal speed was 9.8%, and the average value for ADS vertical speed was 10.8%, and again, nobody used boosts in this section either. Every single linear player that we looked at used a 0.00 second look dampening time, and for dead zones, the average move stick dead zone was 11.2%, and the average look stick dead zone value was 8% on the dot, so actually considerably lower. Alright, so now we're going to hop into the Exponential section. So the first Exponential player that we're going to take a look at here is CRR. He used a 2.2x build sensitivity multiplier and a 2.1x editing sensitivity multiplier. In the look sensitivity section, he uses 67% for horizontal and 64% for vertical speed with no boost. Then in the ADS section, we have 18% for both horizontal and vertical speed, again with no boost. In the advanced sensitivity section, he uses 0.00 second look dampening time. And finally, for dead zones, we have 11% for the move stick dead zone and 8% for the look stick dead zone. Exponential player number 2 is Unknown Army. He used a 2.2x multiplier for both his building and editing sensitivity. Then for his look sensitivities, he uses 53% for horizontal speed and 46% for vertical speed. And I know he has a 0.2 second turning boost ramp time, but that actually doesn't matter because he uses 0% for both the boosts, so no boost in this section. For ADS sensitivity, it's 16% for both horizontal and vertical speed with no boost. He uses 0.00 second look dampening time, a 10% move stick dead zone, and an 8% look stick dead zone. The next Expo player on our list is Reet. He used a 1.6x multiplier for both his building and editing sensitivity. Then he uses 50% for look horizontal speed and 60% for look vertical speed with no boost. Then for ADS sensitivity, he's using 17% for both look horizontal and vertical, again with no boost. But then when you look at the advanced sensitivity section, you'll see that he's actually the first player to use a non-zero look dampening time, as he uses the default 0.20. And finally, he uses 6% for both his move stick and look stick dead zones. Our fourth Exponential player is Hardfind. Starting with building and editing sense, he's using a 1.7x build multiplier and 1.9x edit multiplier. Then he's using a 63% look horizontal speed and 56% look vertical speed with no boost. For ADS sense, he's using 10% for both horizontal and vertical, again with no boost. He's using a 0.01 second look dampening time for some reason, but that's pretty much the same as 0, I'd assume. And then 10% for both his move stick and look stick dead zone. The fifth Exponential player we have here is Wavy Jacob. He used a 1.5x build sensitivity multiplier and 1.4x editing sensitivity multiplier. Then we have a 45% look horizontal speed and 50% look vertical speed with no boost. For ADS horizontal and vertical speed, he uses 10% for both, again with no boost. Jacob actually uses a 0.05 second look dampening time instead of 0.00, so that's unique. And finally, he uses 10% for both of his dead zones. So for the average sensitivity values of the 5 Exponential players, here's what we got. The average build sensitivity multiplier was 1.84, and the average editing sensitivity multiplier was also 1.84. Then for the look sensitivity values, the average horizontal speed was 55.6%, and the average look vertical speed was 55.2%, so pretty much equal at the end of the day, and no players used any boost in that specific section. For ADS speed, every player used the same value for both horizontal and vertical, and the average number for both of those was 14.2%, again with no boost. The average look dampening time was actually 0.052, since multiple players here used non-zero values. And finally, for dead zones, the average move stick value was 9.4%, and the average look stick value was 8.4%. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down the comment section below. Out of all the pro level controller players featured in this video, which one was your personal favorite? Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.